You know what's scary in oil painting? Covering your whole portrait with a messy white layer. That's what I'm doing today. It's called scumbling, the awkward magic. And yes, it looks awful at first. But that is secret number 3 of the old masters technique. It's how they gave their paintings that soft glowing atmosphere. Let's start. What is scumbling? Scumbling is a thin, dry layer of paint brushed lightly over the surface. It softens harsh shadows. It ties the colors together. It's not a glaze, it's dry and broken. Rembrandt, Vermeer, Hals, they all used it to give their paintings atmosphere. Tools and paints. You need a dry brush, no medium, and a tiny bit of paint. I use titanium white or sometimes flake white. Keep it dry. Applying the first scumble. I load my brush with just a little paint. Now comes the part that looks absolutely terrifying. This is why most painters never try scumbling. It feels wrong. Trust the process, even when it feels wrong. Later you know the process. Broad strokes across the surface of the portrait, no details yet. Did you ever try this old masters technique? Tell me in the comments. See how scary this looks? All my work disappears in white haze. At the Rietveld Academy, one of the most important things you learn is not to be afraid to try things out. Just experiment. explore and see where it takes you. This is pure joy for me. I know the magic that's about to happen. Because it's not what you paint, but how you paint. Wipe and soften. But watch what happens next. Now I take a paper towel and gently tap the surface. This lifts some paints off and leaves a soft broken texture. The harsh underpainting melts into something softer. Why scumbling works? Scumbling gives unity to the painting. It fills the gaps without covering the light. It's like morning mist setting over a landscape. Common mistakes. Mistake 1. Too much paint. Wipe it away. Mistake 2. Too dry. Reload your brush but lightly. Mistake 3. Overthinking. Let your hand flow. The old master didn't try to control every stroke. Scumbling isn't perfect, and that's exactly why it works. Before we move on to the glazing, like the old masters did, I first need to build up some impasto on the girl's jacket, pearls and hat. And then the portrait needs to dry, probably for a week, maybe longer. Patience is part of the process. What's next? In the next secret, it's all about oil, the soul of the painting. Because color without oil is just dust. Happy painting